Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, we create sewing patterns made especially for drag queens. Today we're sewing one of our most essential pieces, the Mini Corset Waist Cincher. It's designed shorter than standard corsets and uses semi-stretch fabric for comfort and mobility, while still giving you that cinched waist look. It's perfect under any drag garment, and super easy to sew. Drafted from standard men's waist measurements for the perfect drag fit. This pattern is available in sizes extra small to double extra large. You can download the pattern at katkow.net. Let's get started. Once you download and print the pattern, assemble the pages. For detailed instructions on printing and assembly, watch the video linked at the top. Once assembled, you'll have two paper pattern pieces. Piece number 1 is used for the center front and center back, and piece number 2 is used for the side panels. This pattern comes with a guide that shows one half of the corset. You'll need 2 mirrored number 1 pieces for the center front and back. The center back will include the lacing guides. And 4 mirrored number 2 pieces for the sides. Then repeat the same for the opposite half. For fabric, use a medium-weight semi-stretch material, something breathable, with enough structure to hold shape. Avoid fabrics that are too lightweight or too stretchy. You'll use the same fabric for both the shell and lining. For notions, you'll need 6 mm sewable plastic boning, about 2 yards of double-fold bias tape, grommets or eyelets, lace or cord for lacing, and 2 small strips of fusible interfacing for behind the eyelets. When cutting, follow the stretch direction marked on your paper pattern. The stretch should go horizontally across the body. For the shell layer, you should have 4 mirrored number 1 pieces, and 8 mirrored number 2 pieces. Then cut the same pieces again for the lining. Mark the upright direction of each piece. The bottom edge has no seam allowance because it will be finished with bias tape later. Start with the number 1 center front shell pieces. Place them right sides together and sew along the center front edge with a straight stitch. Press the seam open. These open seams will act as tunnels for boning. Top stitch along both sides of the seam to create the boning channels. I placed a pin for the bottom edge. Then test that your boning fits inside the tunnels. Sew the lining center front pieces the same way, but do not top stitch for tunnels, the boning only goes in the shell layer. Take one number 2 side piece and pin it right sides together to the center front assembly. Sew along that edge, then repeat for the other side. This time press both of the seam allowance layers away from the center front. And top stitch them to create one single boning tunnel. Then repeat this step for both sides. Continue attaching all the remaining side pieces in the same way. Attach the center back number 1 piece last, leave the straight edge unsewn, as this is for the lacing area. Then fuse your interfacing strip to the wrong side of the center back piece, leaving about ½ an inch seam allowance around the interfacing. Sew your lining pieces together the same way as the shell, but instead of boning tunnels, edge stitch each seam for added support. Place the shell and lining right sides together, aligning all the seams with pins in place. Sew from one center back edge, across the top, and down the opposite side, leaving the bottom edge open. Trim the corners, then turn the corset right side out, and press. Then edge stitch along the top and side edges to secure both layers. Sew 3 vertical tunnels along the center back edge, about ½ inch apart. The middle tunnel is for the eyelets, with 1 boning channel on each side. Cut your boning about ½ inch shorter than each tunnel. Round out or melt the ends carefully to prevent them from poking through the fabric. Then insert all the bones into their tunnels. Finish the bottom edge with double fold bias tape. First, unfold the tape, and sew it right sides together to the bottom edge. Then fold over the excess trim and top stitch it down to enclose all layers. Use the paper guide to mark your grommet placements. Then punch the grommets in place. Next, lace up the corset. I use rounded shoelaces and tie 2 or 3 together for extra length. Then lace up the corset starting from the bottom, weaving over and under, with bunny ears in the middle, and a tie at the top. And just like that, your mini corset waist cincher is complete. Experiment with different fabrics, textures, or embellishments to make it uniquely yours. Pair it with our padded strapless bra and hip pad shorts patterns to complete your perfect drag silhouette. Don't forget to tag us in your creations at Katkow on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to like and subscribe for more drag queen sewing patterns and tutorials. Thanks so much for watching.